Hi.
Hey guys.
Happy Tuesday.
All right. Yes, it is Tuesday once again. We have a special guest.
We do. Her name is Mila. She's my mom's dog. My mom's having a sleep study done tonight, so we are keeping her. And she's been here for about an hour now, and it has been hell on earth because our 70-pound or 75-pound Labradoodle is extremely jealous, and he doesn't like her being on my lap all the time. And look at her.
She had her eyes closed.
She's like,
She's elderly.
yeah, she's elderly.
She might doze off on us during the live.
Yeah, and Max he doesn't like that she wants to be on my lap. He's very jealous.
Max was on my lap
Yes.
up until about 2 minutes ago, and Carson took him into his room. So hopefully everything is good with the dogs. Hopefully you guys are all having a good day. We have. I'm gonna do a quick little cruise news here in a minute, and then once I get through that, it's gonna be pretty quick.
Before we begin, though, we have to say happy birthday to Katie. Katie
Oh, yes.
P,
Katie
who
P.
is in the. She's in the chat. So everybody wish Katie P. That's my eldest daughter, and today is her birthday.
No.
I don't know what this is doing. Hold on, you guys. Sorry. Oh, there we go.
They don't see
Okay.
that.
So Katie, happy birthday.
How old is Katie?
Katie is 33.
Wow,
I know.
33 years old. I have scars older than Katie.
Yeah, but you know what? I had Katie 10 days before my 18th birthday. So, we grew up together pretty much. So I love you, Katie. Happy birthday. Hope your day's been amazing. So let's say hi to everybody else we have in here. Meg was the winner. She was in here first.
Meg is in everybody's life.
Yes, she's always first. She is amazing.
She is a superstar.
Yes.
Have luggage. Is that half pit with barbecue? Is that Amanda?
It is. Well, it's Josh because Amanda's making dinner, and
Okay.
we talked about what we all had for dinner.
Alrighty.
We had tamales and Spanish
And
rice.
we got the tamales from, what's the name of that place?
I knew you were going to ask me.
Texas Tamales.
Yeah, I have them shipped. Shipped because they're really authentic.
They pack them in a styrofoam cooler
they're delicious.
and ship them. And a couple weeks ago, I threw away, I don't know, about 9 of those styrofoam coolers.
We order those tamales a lot.
Stacked in the garage. I kept hanging on to them because I kept thinking, these could come in handy. I don't know what I was thinking.
So Josh and Amanda are having sausage, red beans, and rice with homemade cornbread. That sounds really good. And Meg had some lentil curry over yellow rice.
Oh.
The corner store cooked tonight, and that sounds absolutely delicious.
Yes.
Let's see who else we have here. We have Philip the Magnificent. Hey, buddy. Glad to see you.
Yeah.
We have Lisa Chauvin. Lisa, I'm so glad to see you,
Lisa.
my friend.
I'm glad you made it through the hurricane.
Yes. Lisa and Dana, we met them, almost a year ago now on one of our cruises. Lisa, I don't know, what ship was that on? I can't even remember.
It was a Sunrise.
Was it the Sunrise?
In December of last year.
And Lisa and Dana both live in Florida, so we were really seriously worried sick about them guys, but both of them are fine.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into this cruise news right quick. Some of it has already been is old news to most of you guys. You heard about it in the last couple days. I am battling a sinus infection. It's not COVID. I have a sinus infection, so bear with me. I'm a little congested, and I've been sneezing nonstop for the last 2 days. So NCL, you guys heard, they dropped all their COVID-19 protocols. You're no longer required to have a vaccine. There's no masks. There's no testing. There's none of that. Royal and Celebrity ended their mask mandate for their crew, which is really crazy because I didn't realize this, but Royal and Celebrity were requiring the crew members to wear masks even when they were in the crew only areas, the decks, like in the crew only cafeteria they have and all the common spaces that the crew goes to. They were wearing masks all this time. Carnival did away with the mask for the crew in August. We were told when we went on our Bermuda cruise on August 15th, they were still required to wear them on that cruise. Ryan Rose, the cruise director, told me that they had to wear them because of Bermuda, but if he was on any other ship, he wouldn't have to have the mask on because he was joking around because you'll see him. He's on our TikTok channel, but he is in our vlogs on our YouTube channel for the Bermuda, the Carnival Magic Bermuda cruise. Next up, Carnival is trying to get people to stop fighting and being idiots on the ship, so they added a $500 fine to their code of conduct. There's no clarification or details on how it will work exactly. What the violation will be that will prompt the $500 fine. But they also add that you will also be charged all other associated guest expenses once you get to the point where you're in trouble and you're getting that fine. So hopefully that's enough to slow people down and get them to stop acting a fool on the cruise ships. Then finally, we had some really creepy news. A 51-year-old was accused of kissing a 5-year-old on the lips on the Carnival Sunrise over the weekend. And when it arrived back in Miami yesterday, the Miami police took the 51-year-old man into custody. So I say accused because who knows, if it's really true or not. And the courts, the legal system will, determine what happened. I don't know. There's not a lot of details. I got the story from a Miami news channel online. So it was the Sunrise, and we know that. And that's Alora's least favorite Carnival ship.
Yeah, I'm not really that. It's okay. I don't hate it.
But
I have never hated a cruise, but that's not my favorite. So Will G's here. Hey Will, Traveler Bust. Hi guys.
Hey guys. Yeah, so that's the news I have for you today.
Hey, I love Cruising Royal.
And
Catherine is here. The Catherine.
The other thing that happened too this week, I will be staying at work later. So I was at work late last night. I was at work late today. In fact, I just had enough time to eat and then get us set up. And we actually have a new webcam. We have a Logitech 922X something or other. It's supposed to be a lot better than the one that I was using. So I had enough time to pull out of the box and plug it in. So that's the extent of what I could do today. And with this sinus thing, it's just been a rough couple days.
Eddie Lugo's
Hey,
here.
Eddie Lugo.
Lisa said that she had to throw away all the contents of her refrigerator and freezer.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry,
bad.
Lisa. That sucks.
Sometimes homeowners insurance would cover that, depending on your policy. Eddie Lugo, I want to thank you, brother, for all of the promotional stuff you do for our channel. I see you, hyping up our live streams and other stuff, and we really appreciate that. We think you're awesome, and and we're so happy we're going to get to cruise with you, brother. Really excited about it. Really got a kick out of your fashion show this week. You weren't on the catwalk, you were on the kitty walk. Thought that was pretty smooth. I like it. You guys got to check out Eddie's YouTube. He has a short. It's a Have Luggage Will Travel promo. I believe he's on the Have Luggage Will Travel payroll. I don't want to start any rumors, but he may be on it. And
I love
also
Cruising Royal had leftover Hog Wild barbecue platter. I don't know what that is, but it sounds amazing.
I also want to thank Meg and Paul because they're both Paul S. Vines, PSV, Odyssey, for all the promotion they do for everyone's lives and staying on it. Moonlight isn't in here, but I want to thank him too because he was hyping up our live feed show. So anyways, guys, before we get going, we're just going to go ahead and tell you what's going on while we don't have a guest this week. Laura and I talked about it, and we decided we'd just go and tell you. It was we made arrangements to have EECC on our live stream, but we did it about 5 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And they could do either this Tuesday or next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And of course, we can't do next Tuesday because we will be on the Carnival Dream next Tuesday. So we agreed on this Tuesday. And I had made mention that we had a big channel that was going to be coming on, but we weren't sure if they'll be able to make it because they are known for last-minute travel changes to their plans, last-minute cruises, last-minute trips. And they just got back from Alaska. They had been gone for a couple weeks cruising, and they just got back over the
Well, right
weekend.
before they went on Alaska, but right before that they were over in Europe.
Yeah, so
they've been,
they're trying to get their legs back underneath them. So
we'll try to get them back on at another date, but
and
it was a little crunched.
I kind of knew that was going to happen because they are so busy,
Mm-hmm.
and we did toy with the idea of getting someone else on the live stream this week, adding them like last minute, but we wanted to let EECC have all day to today to let us know if they wanted to do it or not. So anyways, with that said, we decided, we
a lot of times when you have a guest on, you spend a large majority of the hour that we spend together, talking to your guest, and we don't get to engage in the chat as much as what we like to. So I said, let's just do it, and let's just have fun with our people and our family in the chat. So Catherine, the Catherine concept says, I'm not a parent, but it terrifies me when parents allow their children to run freely on the ship.
Yeah.
Girl, yes.
Especially when they're that young.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know we don't know the details about it. I normally don't cover stories like that.
And the father, in the news report, the father is the one that witnessed it. So, I mean, obviously you don't want to ever be a violent person, but I don't know if I could have stopped myself. It could have happened.
There's no telling what happened because there's not a lot of details, but it's just something I thought I would just touch base on because it's going to be elsewhere.
But that's such a scary.
So we did, like I said, we toyed with the idea of putting someone on last minute, and we decided we'd just come on and just spend some time talking to you guys because we don't get to do that while hey, Cruise Nuts.
Hey, Cruise Nuts.
Bill.
MGM family's
MGM is here. He said something the other day in the live. He goes, I'm not a content creator. I'm the husband of a content creator. Bill's an awesome guy.
That's funny.
So that's really crazy. Traveler Bus. So, I usually try to stay away from cruise news stories that are people being accused of things and you don't know the details. And I don't want to be a clickbait channel. I really don't want to do that. There's good clickbait. You have to do clickbait to an extent, meaning you put titles that get people want to go on your story.
Sure.
But you also have to have the story that goes with the title. And as we know, many people don't do that. And it's not just cruise channels that use clickbait. It's all of them. They all do it. I spend a lot of time watching content creator channels, and sounds like we're at the pound.
It's going to be a wild dog night at Hubble House.
Do you guys save the dogs? You can have ours. I wish I could play the Sarah McLachlan sad dog music right now. These poor dogs.
In the eyes of angel.
Yeah.
Okay.
For $19.99. Actually, I'll give them to you for free. I'll ship them to you. And those styrofoam containers from Texas Tamales.
No, they can't breathe in those.
I'll put holes in them. I'm pretty resourceful. That we won't kill the dogs in travel. But anyways, so we thought it would be cool to be able to come on and just relax and tell you guys what we have going on. And then today we did something. We had a private Facebook group called the Huddle Bunch, and several of you guys are in it, and you're going to see you're not in it anymore because the group is gone. We've made the decision to focus on our regular Facebook page and try to grow that. And we want to do more stuff with that, with our Facebook page, more like survey stuff and getting engaging, more community engagement in that group. Unfortunately, a large portion of the people that are on our Facebook, that follow us on Facebook, don't cruise. Some of them don't take vacations at all, but they follow us in there. They're our friends from...
Mostly my friends.
Yeah, from the real world.
From the real world. Yeah. People I work with or have worked with, or...
And some of them are just follow us because they don't know what the hell we're up to, so they're just snooping on us.
It's a good way to snoop.
We have done. I thought I would talk about some of the things we're up to as far as creators, because you guys are all content creators.
Yeah, and I mean, there's been some really exciting things that have been happening within the last 2 weeks.
Well, no, last 8 days. I made the decision that I'm going to start using, because I started doing a lot of Instagram Reels. Now,
Sorry.
I was neglecting Instagram, and it was growing in despite of my neglect. I was sharing stuff there, but I really wasn't putting a lot of effort into it. I was just using Instagram to promote YouTube, basically, and that was my only goal. I wasn't using Instagram just to share what we're doing. I was using it as a tool to promote YouTube. Now my mindset has changed now, and now I am looking at each social media platform as its own thing, its own entity, with its own slightly different personality. So
well, you can do different things in
yes,
different formats. So
and so I decided, all right, now I'm doing reels. And reels are, you guys know, they stole reels and shorts. Are those guys stealing from TikTok?
At, yeah.
So I went to her TikTok account, and I could not log in it. I had all my login information. I don't know what happened, but I could not access it. It wasn't a matter of I forgot my password or nothing like that. So I said to hell with it and just started a brand new TikTok account 8 days ago. In 8 days, we have I think 101 followers and 1,450 likes in 8 days.
You heard that right?
On our content.
You heard that
1,450 likes.
Yeah, that's
which that's a lot of people clicking, saying, "Hey, we like your content." And I do promote our YouTube. I promote Huddle Adventures in the TikTok channel. But the other thing too is YouTube kind of sucks when it comes to their copyright stuff, guys. You can't use any music. You get a copyright strike. You get all these, you lose your ability to monetize your videos if there's any music in them. And and you don't have that problem with TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, you can, and Instagram, both with Instagram Reels, and even Facebook for the most part, you can use regular music, and it makes it a lot more fun. Because I am a huge music guy, and I love the ability to pull up any song that comes to mind that complements what I'm doing. So, with that said, I went through our just 1 second. I went through. The other reason I did it is I filled up our iCloud. We got the 2 terabyte iCloud, and that's the maximum amount of storage you can get from iCloud. And I had to basically close it out to keep using it. And I have I had 30 days to get as much content as I could off of the iCloud, and I decided, I dug through all the videos that I liked that I wanted to keep, and some of them were guitar videos. So I had to put them somewhere. So I started throwing them on TikTok, and it's kind of cool. It's something that I love doing, and so I was sharing guitar videos, and I have an uncle that loves my guitar videos, and he comments on all of them, and he compliments me, and he loves when I post a new one. So now I'll be throwing guitar videos up there occasionally when I have a chance to record them. But I have I had like a couple dozen, and I picked like a dozen I wanted to keep. So
we were talking just yesterday about, you go through different growth spurts with YouTube and your channel, and there'll be weeks where you'll pick up a couple hundred subscribers in a week, and then there'll be weeks where you pick up 1 or 2 and then you lose 1 or 2, and there's definite ebbs and flows in how that works. And so over the past, I would say last 4 weeks, we've definitely had a stall in our growth. Longer than 4 weeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's been a stall for us, and we watch it go up a little bit, down a little bit, but since he started over the last 10 days, since he started doing the TikTok, I think our growth is starting to grow again. And we also noticed that on our live last week, we had probably about upwards of 25, 26 people in our live, but our live got viewed over 400 times, and that's quite a big difference because what was the
what was happening was with the lives, I wasn't going back to them after they post, because Melon automatically uploads them to our channel at the conclusion of the live. They give you an option, and it uploads it to the channel. I wasn't putting any hashtags in. So I went back to our lives, and I didn't go back to all of them. I went back to like 4 of them and added hashtags to all of our lives. And by doing that, we went from We had like 101 views on our live from last week, and we got 300 views like yesterday on it, just by adding hashtags.
Within 24 hours, our live got viewed 300 more times.
But YouTube can be very, it's so up and down. It has been for us. Like when we're hot, we're really hot, and then when we're not, we are dead. And it's once you get over 10,000, it jumps up in increments of 100. Okay, once you're over 1,000, it does increments of 10. So up until you get to 1,000, guys, you see every single new subscriber. You get them, and you get to see them. I'm at 897. I'm at 992. But once you get to 1,000, it's increments of 10. So it's 10,000 and 10, 10,000 and 20, 10,000 and 30. You break 10,000, now it's in increments of 100. So
Catherine makes a really good point, to make sure that you're using the upcoming hot trending songs for your videos whenever possible. Very, very true. Love that.
Yeah, I try doing that, but I also I'm kind of stubborn, and I slip in like classic songs I like. I can't help myself.
Everybody likes to hear that stuff now and
then.
I
couldn't play the pre-programmed DJ on the radio. I'd have to be on one of those alternative channels where the guy can play anything he wants.
Well, we definitely wanted to share that with you guys. Because we did notice that, for a live, especially for a live, to get viewed 300 times in a 24-hour period, after it's already been almost a week since that live, I thought that was a notable. Wanted to mention that.
With no promotion, no nothing. I just added hashtags to it. Now, the other ones from the week before and the week before that did not get as many views, but they did get a few more views. But again, we end up, like I said, we'll go up and down and we'll stall. And a lot of times where we're stalling, what is happening is YouTube is purging like bots and bad accounts, while new accounts are getting added into the mix. So, but it's increments of 100. So you don't really know. I mean, when you go to YouTube Studio to give you the exact number, but that's still an estimated number. It's not exact. But you'll see, like, you look at your analytics, and my analytics will be flat because it'd be up and down, up and down. It would just be a flat, And from August 12th until now, we really struggled. We broke 11,000 finally. This morning, I was actually shocked. I looked this morning. We're at 11,001 subscribers this morning. And it took us a long time to go from 10,560 to 11,000. It took like 4 weeks to get 400 subscribers. And we've gained 400 subscribers in one day at times over the last year. So you just never know.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know what's going on. And they keep changing the analytics. So the YouTube analytics are always changing. And I've said this before on our channel. Our shorts were a gold mine up until probably, I want to say, May or June. And then they stopped being effective. My shorts I get 1,000 views. I do like we do this thing called Flash Food, where we just say, hey, what are we eating? And I just say what it is and just come in with the camera and come back. And I always say delicious, even though there's not a bite taken out of it yet. It's just one of those funny things I do. And those will get 1,000 views in one day. And that doesn't work. It doesn't happen no more.
So Catherine Concepts was mentioning that she has 6,000 subscribers to her followers, on TikTok, and she's trying to get to 10,000 by February. Put your channel name in here, Catherine, and we will all check you out.
Yeah,
and then I Love Cruising Royal was saying that she's trying to get her Instagram and TikTokers to come to her YouTube. So that is exactly the purpose. That's the how to bridge from one to another. What Eddie's been doing over the last, I want to say 24, 48 hours is making, more or less commercials for our live, our YouTube channel.
All right.
Things, tell them what you do.
The Cruise World, I'm telling you about the Cruise World. The Cruise World on TikTok, they had 60,000 followers when they came on our show a couple weeks back. I just checked. They're up to 108,000 TikTok followers because Mark does a great job finding viral videos.
Yes.
They get over 100,000 views. He had one get like 1 million views. And when you start doing that, you really take off. Now, Mark's channel on YouTube has 10,000 subscribers. So my point is, what I was saying in the beginning is actually not what you're saying. Is I try to cross promote, but I keep my expectations realistic. Here's what you have: older people love Facebook.
Yes.
Younger people aren't as big on Facebook. They like Instagram. They like TikTok. So there's not a big crossover between all those platforms. And there's people that think that TikTok, the Chinese government's going to take all your information and they're spying on you, and there's all that crazy conspiracy stuff. So a lot of people avoid TikTok for that reason. You're already being followed.
Yeah.
But anyways, so, and then you have Instagram, and doesn't really cross over well to Facebook. Now, Facebook's trying to make it that way because they have Reels on Facebook, and those Reels are from Instagram. I don't know how it works, but when you click on your Instagram and you give the option to share on Reels on Facebook, it gets shared on Facebook, but I never see it. I never see those when they go to Facebook. So I'm not really sure what happens with that. But my point is, you guys, don't give up on those other platforms because you don't see a direct impact on your YouTube channel.
Because there's going to be crossover. There is.
There'll be a little bit.
It's going to happen in its own timing, and no matter how much we want it to translate one into another, it's just not always going to work like that.
But you know what? I honestly don't care. If I have a ton of followers follow me on Instagram, but don't follow me on YouTube, that's fine. And TikTok, that's fine. I'm not approaching it like that anymore, where if it doesn't yield subscribers on YouTube, I'm not going to do it. Because number one, I don't know what yields subscribers on YouTube. I don't know what keeps what actually gets you subscribers on YouTube, quite honestly. Other than a lot of it's done through search.
Yeah.
They go through, they're searching something, they're searching the Carnival Mardi Gras, and if you have videos on that, they go and watch your videos. Then, what YouTube shows after that, that's the part I don't understand. I don't know how you get YouTube to show your stuff, honestly. They were, like I said, our shorts are getting shown like crazy, and then no one's shorts are being shown. But you know what happened? People weren't using YouTube shorts. And then when everybody started doing it, the YouTube shorts get flooded, and now you're competing with millions of people, and it's harder to stand out in the crowd. And so, in regards to all this stuff, your branding is important, though. You have to, you can be a little quirky on one platform, a little different, but your branding needs to be consistent. If you want crossover, you have to constantly hammer the name of your channel, keep the name of your channel the same in all your platforms, keep your logos, your branding the same in all your platforms, keep your little catchphrases and your slogans and all that stuff the same on all your platforms. But you don't have to be rigid with your content. You do not have to be rigid with your content. A lot of people try to tell you that you have to be rigid with your content. You can't be flexible. And I've watched other channels that are huge start putting new elements into their channel in addition to cruising. So, and they have continued to grow and do well, even though they added different little wrinkles and different things to their
So Josh said that the number one tip for growing your channel is to eat more Little Debbie's. When coming up with content, Little Debbie's will inspire you to make great content. I can't see how you could go wrong with that, if I'm being honest.
I can't even touch Little Debbie's now. Josh has the market corner.
Yeah, Josh, you got the market corner.
Brandon has the honey buns. Yeah, I'm going to have to find something else.
Oh, I like this idea. I actually put a snippet of every YouTube videos, and I try to make what happens next. I had one 30-second video get 5,000 views in 2 hours on Insta and nothing on YouTube. It's weird. There's no way. Sometimes when we think like we do a short that is just like to us, we're like, this is it. This is the one. This one's going to blow up. Nothing. And then something so stupid that we're like, we don't even know why we're putting this out there gets thousands of views. So it's just, you just never know. And I like what Mike said. from Cruise Nuts. He says that he just does it for fun, and anything else that takes off from it or whatever, it's just extra, and that's very, very
Well,
true.
I'm doing the same thing, Mike. I'm doing it for fun too, but I am really intense. I'm an intense guy.
Really?
And yes,
we would
and
never have known.
I try whatever I do. I don't care what it is. I try to do my very best, and I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I work really, really hard. I work really hard. You'll have a hard time outworking me. You'll be smarter than me. You'll be better on the camera, better with editing and stuff, but you have a hard time outworking me because I am a workaholic and I work really, really hard. So and I'm having a ball with it, but I'm the kind of guy that, like, if I'm going to do this, I want as many people as possible to see what I'm doing. So, if I didn't want to do that, I would just do like a private channel and just share it with my family. So I'm having I love doing it though. And I told you guys before, Laura and I were running a business on the side for 2 years. We had a home inspection business, and it was heavily social media presence with that. And I was doing 2 to 3 of them every single week, which entailed 4 hours of paperwork, doing a report, and like 2 to 3 hours of physical on the job inspection. So when we decided to get away from that, I had all those hours that I got used to not having to do. Now I can do this stuff. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm having fun. So don't think for a minute, even though I'm real serious, I'm not having fun. I love it.
I like this, Mike. When you get followers, they'll follow you no matter what you post. If they don't like it, they might unsubscribe. Mind over matter. If you don't mind it, it doesn't matter.
Well, my thought on it too is like I thought about dropping my ship shape stuff because I'm like going, well, because Laura's like, I don't work out, and when we first started doing it, she goes, I feel weird because you're doing the fitness stuff and I don't work out, and it's like, and I'm like, well, I had that on other social media platforms, and I don't want to be the guy with 3 different channels, because how can I give this my best effort if I've got 3 different concepts, 3 different special interests that I'm promoting on social media? So I'm like, I'm just doing it all under one. And so that's what I and the only reason you haven't seen guitar on YouTube is because the copyright stuff. I can't put it on YouTube. I've always shared it on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. So
we all get to eat gelato in Nolan's.
Yes.
Is it Nolan's? Is that how you say it?
Nolan's.
Nolan's.
I'm gonna try gelato on the Dream. I keep saying
I want to try gelato on the Dream, but then I kind of feel like maybe I should wait until January to have it with our buddy Josh for the first time.
He won't care.
You won't, Josh? Do you care if we eat it on the Dream? Because
we don't have to be gelato virgins for Josh. He'll love us, even if we're soiled.
See, we almost went 32 minutes without taking it into the gutter, but there we go, folks.
Well, you got your gelato, you got your little Debbie's.
You said no, don't do it, or no, you don't care. You got to clarify.
Okay.
I will stop my diet. Nolan's.
Yeah, there you go. Now, like I said, I didn't mean to bore you guys with all that, but like I said, I am seeing there is some crossover.
Don't say that, because we will do it. Yeah, we found over the last 10 days, we really found that going into your live afterwards and putting the appropriate hashtags in, we're getting us several hundred more views. And we wanted to share that with you guys.
That sounds stupid because you guys are probably already doing that, and I just was overlooking it.
Yeah,
and
could very well be.
I kind of looked at the lives as being, it's done. That's it. A couple people go back and watch them, but a lot of people go back and watch the lives.
Yeah, they do.
So that's pretty cool.
I'm a proper head from what people say. I'm a mechanical design engineer. I give it my all for the time I work. After that, it's my time, and I try not to get too critical on me on things.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't have that. I don't have that ability.
No, he does not.
No. I'm 8 days a week, 25 hours a day. That's how I run.
Eddie doesn't know how to do anything recreationally. It's all.
But I have fun.
Yes.
So.
And Josh, you are right. His stuff is always awesome. Like, you are very talented.
Yeah.
Going back is a great tip, and we rarely do it. See, if we helped one person, just one person.
It's a good tip. I don't know if you were in here, Brian, when I first said it, but I went back and added hashtags to our live from last Tuesday, and yesterday alone we had 300
Yeah, we
views.
had 103 views on it, and then after he put the hashtags in, it's
like a little over 400.
Oh, a little over 400.
I haven't
so that was
looked at it today.
300 views on a week-old live. So we were like, we might be onto something.
And
here.
I do believe that we did get a boost from TikTok and getting some subscribers on our YouTube channel. But like I said, I believe that you'll have some crossover, but you can never expect, like, if 75% of my Instagram followers will subscribe to my YouTube channel, it won't work out like that. Maybe you'll get, I don't know, 20% of them, I think would be really realistic. Now, like I said,
somebody might figure it out one day, and if they do, see, I hope that we are all, and everybody here is, but there's some people that when they find information, they share it, and then there's some people who figure something out and they keep it close to them.
Well, you definitely listen. I've seen channels out there, right, where the people were hot and heavy, running their channel for what looked like maybe 9 months, a year, and then they quit. And they did vlogs, they did this, they did that. I can't remember the name of a couple channels. There's like 3 or 4 of them out there that started like in 18, 19, right before COVID, and then they didn't do anything after that.
Yeah.
And they have, 500,000 views. They'll have something like 12 videos on their channel. They have like 150 subscribers, but they have 500,000 views because people are still watching their content. They will keep watching your content. And the thing you got to keep in mind is, don't get hung up on subscribers. The subscriber threshold, you need to reach that to be monetized, but it's all views.
Yeah, so don't worry more about your views than you worry about your subscribers, because that's where it's at.
Because you're not going to get 1 million subscribers doing cruise vlogs. You're not.
No. Will G said that he was going on the Dream this weekend, but we have some friends cruising for the first time, and they would only commit to a 5-day.
Oh.
So we'll be on the Breeze on Monday. Oh, I'm sorry, we won't see you.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
But here's the thing about that. Well, I understand that, because the very first time that I went on a cruise, I also was like, I'm only going to do 5 days, because if I get scared or if I hate it, like, I was afraid on my very first cruise that looking out all around and seeing nothing but ocean, I thought that was going to freak me out. Like, there's no land anywhere. I thought that I was going to be afraid of that, and I wasn't.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Josh. He says, I work to do what I want to do in my spare time. I don't view any of this as work. I do put a lot of effort into it, but it's not like I'm, oh boy, I'm exhausted from vlogging. That's silly. I think that's funny.
But back to you, Will. You're going to be on the Breeze on Monday, and you have to let us know how that is, because we have not been on the Breeze yet.
Yeah,
I'm anxious to hear what you think of it.
We still have the Breeze to wrap up our Dream class ships. So we're excited about finally being on the Dream, and we are going to see Rob and Favor from Life of Favor. They're going to be on the Dream with us, and we're going to connect with them on the ship. We've been following them. They've been following us for a year now.
Taylor.
Hi, Taylor. And so it's going to be cool to finally meet them in person. We love their channel. And Favor and Rob, they vlog everything. And this is a good example, guys, what I was talking about, where you just do whatever you want with your channel and don't think you got to be, it can only be about cruising. It can't be about anything else. Favor does fashion. She does cooking stuff. They do camping. They do camping.
Yeah.
And then they do cruising. And they do land vacations as well. So
they even went to on a shopping trip to Costco once. Remember we watched that?
Yeah. So
and you know what? I'm a fan of Favor. I love her. I think she's the sweetest thing in the world.
She has over 1,200 uploads to her YouTube channel.
And I watched her shopping trip at Costco. So I guess it goes back to the point that Mike on Cruise Nuts made earlier, where, if you put it there and people like you, they'll watch it. And if they don't, then they're just not your people.
I think YouTube is a lot more like Google search engine than a typical social media platform. You get fans that are loyal to you, that watch all your content, But for the most part, you're going to have people just passing through. And they're going to watch your video. They're going to get the information they want. And they're going to keep on cruising. And a lot of people are watching YouTube on their TV, and they are not able to like or subscribe through their TV. So that's what's happening with a lot of your views. And the reason it doesn't translate to subscribers is a lot of people don't even subscribe. And there's a lot of people who don't even know you can't subscribe or how subscribing works. They don't even want to know.
They think that the word subscription means usually paid. You're paying something for something. And a lot of people misunderstand that. And that's one thing that Favor does really, really well. If you ever watch her, she always says, please consider subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it really helps our channel grow. And she says that every single time. And I think that that's important for us to say when we're asking people to subscribe, to remind them that it costs nothing, but it helps your channel grow. And if they have anything warm and fuzzy for you and want to, then they'll
I love Cruising Royal. See, and then I will help two people.
So listen, I love Cruising Royal. Come back and tell us if you notice, like go look at your lives and then like put your hashtags in and then go back like a week later and tell us if it helped, because I'm really curious to see if that truly made the difference or if it was just like a fluke.
No, it makes a difference. I've seen it.
Oh, so Eddie said, that's why I call myself Studio, so I can download different things since I'm not crushing me yet. Food critic, travel on the road, drawings, other stuff. Yeah, exactly. And our Huddle Adventures. I mean, you could adventure down to the basement and listen to Eddie play some Van Halen. You can adventure around in the Bronco with us while with the top off and my hair going crazy. Like we have adventures there, so we can do whatever too.
You guys all seen Back to the Future, right? Marty McFly had to fill in for the guitar player because he hurt his hand, and they didn't have a guitar player, and the dance was going to be canceled. They wouldn't have any music to dance to, and Marty McFly got on the stage and filled in for that guitar player. Who knows? On a cruise ship, maybe the guitar player breaks his hand, and I'll be Marty McFly.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
See, there will be no shortage of live music because he's there.
There you go. And I can play anything with anybody. So it's not going to be good, but I can play it. And they'll probably turn me down because I play a lot and I play loud.
You'll be like Marty McFly was the when there's no in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see it happening, but still, you save the prom.
Yeah. So anyways,
I was going to save the prom.
But yeah, that's not the prom.
It was the prom.
But we're going to be on a cruise ship.
I know, but you could save the prom, though.
We're going to save the drunk people so they can dance. But I'm looking out for my fellow cruisers. But anyways, I don't care. I'm going to share it because people like it. Look, I threw one on TikTok because it was there, and I go, let's see how this works on TikTok. And the minute I did it, I don't know why you keep doing that.
It's not me, honey. It's just popping up. I don't know what that's doing.
It's
just click like up there. There you go. All right. So look, Eddie Lugo says that he witnessed that on the Bliss back in February 2020.
Someone got hurt.
You could have saved the live music that night.
Oh, after a couple Make Ultras, I'll go right up there. It'd be no problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so. Anyways.
Hey, Parkers.
So I threw a guitar video up there and got 2,000 views like within hours. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna keep riding that pony. So I'll keep throwing them out there. If they get people interested in looking at our content, maybe I'll look at some of our other stuff.
That's the beauty of it, though. Like there might be some people that will, watch just to see the guitar stuff, and some people may really be into ship shape, or some people might really like, certain cruise ship. It doesn't matter. Just come on over. And
fitness and music are a million times bigger than cruising.
Oh yeah,
they're way bigger. Mm-hmm. So it's a crossover effect. But like I said, a lot of people will tell you don't do that. You got to stick with drunk dancing.
Girl, that arrow needs to be pointing at me, not you. Yeah. Oh, that's so true.
No, we chair dance.
We do chair dance.
And the reason we do that, I don't know if you noticed, we're not shy.
No.
We're always fired. It's just the two of us, right? And when you go on a cruise ship and you're going to watch live music, you get your table.
Yeah.
It's strategery.
Yeah.
George W. You got to have your charcuterie. You got to get your table.
Right.
And you want to be able to see the band.
Uh-huh.
So you try to get a good table. And if you get up to go dance,
yes,
those cleaning crew members sweep in there, go.
They take all your stuff away, and then you're up there, and all of a sudden your stuff's gone.
And there's new people sitting in your seat.
Your stuff's gone, and you're like, where did my stuff go? And then you got to go find another table.
So we don't do that. So if we're with, now we're on a panorama, and we met a couple from California. They were really, really cool. And then
the girls got up and danced, and then the boys sat there and they held the table down.
Yeah, we had to hold the table down.
Yeah.
But Laura and her got out there and danced.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
But see, you can't. We would totally, if we weren't by ourselves, we would totally get up there and dance. Yeah. But so we just that's our new segment.
Like wedding receptions, we're like the first couple to go out there.
We always
we're not.
But
shy.
That's where the chair dance segment.
But we'll go for rides.
Our table.
I had a Mustang before the Bronco, and we just go on these long car rides where we just get in a car and we don't know where we're going. We just go in a direction and we drive like an hour or more in one direction, and then we turn around and come back. And usually we come back a slightly different way or something. And we just listen to our music, and the whole time we're in there, we're singing.
Yes,
we're dancing in the car where we're driving,
at the light. We don't care.
Yeah, and the Bronco, we've continued that tradition, but the Bronco is so much more fun. We take the roof out the Bronco, and it's just.
And that way, without the roof on, like the whole world can experience the vocal stylings of El Hud.
Yeah, we're singing Commodores and just anything and everything. We do like everything, all kinds of music, and I always joke around and say I have something that will offend everybody in my collection, and I have something that you will like. So I just
Mike had a 68 and an 85 GT 5.0.
I had an 89 GT. I had a 94 Mustang Cobra, and I had a 2019 Mustang GT that I sold this time last year. And it's kind of funny. We had it in the garage. I had 10,000 miles on it, and you only drove it in the summer. That didn't see the winter. And Laura and I were talking. I had ordered the Bronco. We weren't sure when it was going to come, but we knew when the Bronco came that we would have to make a decision. Do we want to keep the Mustang? Because I was buying a Mustang. The Mustang was a $50,000 car, and the Bronco was coming. So I got an offer from one of the car dealerships. They wanted to buy it from us. The Huds, live from Detroit.
Oh, he's so funny. You're so funny, Eddie.
And they made an offer to me, and I was like, well, I wasn't thinking about selling it. So I look at the offer. They want to give me $37,000 for it. It was 3 years old, basically. And I'm like looking, and I go on Carvana. Carvana only want to give me $29,000 for it. So I called Laura up, and I said, you know what? If I sell this Mustang, then we won't have a Mustang payment. We won't have to have insurance on it, and that'll free up more money to go cruising. And she's like, do it. So I literally, within an hour of talking to the used car manager at the Ford dealership by my work, I went home at lunchtime, got the title, got the keys, went back, dropped it off, and he ran a Carfax on it. And he actually lives down the street from me, and he knew how anal retentive I am and OCD I am with my stuff. It was flawless. Perfect.
It's funny, Mike, because I love the Mustang. It was beautiful. Everybody loved the Mustang. Even our neighbor kids always loved the Mustang when we drove by and stuff. But it was difficult for me to get in and out of it because it's so low to the ground. And I feel like my knees were by my chin.
Mike, we're in Michigan,
yeah,
and you can't drive them in the wintertime.
No.
It's just the tires are not made for the cold weather. So they become really slick even when it's not slick out, when you get below 40 degrees. And then you got the snow, you got the ice, and you don't know when that's going to happen. And you have the salt. That's the number one reason you want to drive in the winter.
Oh, you're so funny,
but
buddy.
the Bronco is a year-round vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ultimate summer vehicle. It's the ultimate snow vehicle.
And I have to climb up into that.
Yeah,
sucker.
It's a Sasquatch. It's got the lift kit, and
that's
awesome.
easier for me to climb up into it than.
We really like it. It's got all the luxury that our Mustang had, and it's even better.
Well, gee, yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind though, I sold that. We still have our F-150 lease sitting in our driveway. We got to turn that in at the end of the month.
That's going back.
And so now I'm buying the Bronco, but I can drive the Bronco year round. And if we were to move down south, the Bronco would be great. If we lived in Florida,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I live in Texas. I hear you, buddy. Believe me, we
yeah.
would.
You know what? Michigan isn't all bad though. I complain about it a lot because my job sometimes puts me out in the cold weather, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like what I do. Is I don't like working
And
outside in the
thank you
cold.
so much for joining
So
us. Let us know how that hashtag works for you, okay? I'm really curious to see
we
if that works out well
basically
for you.
we work on we maintain anything mechanical in the building, and so you got a lot of supply fans and stuff on the roofs. They go bad in the wintertime, and you got to go up there and dig through the snow, and it sucks working in the cold. And then doors, they need the big overhead doors, mechanical doors, they break, we got to fix them. And thank God that doesn't happen that often, so I'm lucky. But yeah.
You know, we just talked about this yesterday, but you know, it's like pretty much from and pretty much May, June, July, August, September, October, and then probably even November is decent weather here.
Well, it's 41 degrees this morning,
Yeah.
and there's something funny. I wear shorts to the gym year round. I don't care if it's 5 degrees out. When I leave here in the morning, I go out wearing shorts, and it's funny. I'll put my boots on if it snows, and I'll still have my shorts on. And I dress in my gym clothes and go right to the gym and then work out, and then I clean up and change into my work clothes. But you get used to it, you really do.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about the cold versus the heat is cold will kill you, literally will kill you if you get hypothermia. So you have to be careful about that.
Like when you go outside in like January, end of January, beginning of February, when you take a breath in, you can literally, I'm not joking when I say this to you, you can feel your lungs, like, you know, those little hairs in your lungs that, you know, are like keep everything good going. You can feel that freeze. Like you can feel the hurt of the air going into your lungs.
Yeah,
That's how cold
when
it
it's
gets
really
here.
cold, you can't
It's
breathe. You
brutal.
can't breathe in deep
No.
outside. But thanks to global warming or climate change, we don't get winters like we used to. We don't. We used to have, we would have things that would break,
Mm-hmm.
and we would go outside and only be able to work 10 minutes at a time and have to go back in and warm up for 20 minutes. It would take all day to do like a 2-hour job. It would take all day because you just couldn't, you can't have big gloves on while you're working with, you know, tools, and, you know, you're taking nuts and bolts apart and you're doing all that. So you got your bare hands out there touching stuff, and it just, and that's the thing. Your hands and your face,
yes,
and your feet,
yes,
get so cold,
yes,
that you have to go back inside. So,
Eddie was saying that with his arthritis, he has to get warm quick. I have asthma, and when I breathe, I have to put like a scarf over my mouth, because if that cold air gets into my lungs, like it literally triggers an asthma attack. So if I keep a scarf around my face and I'm breathing the warmth of my own breath, I guess, helps me to not have
we
an
had
asthma
this
attack.
2016, winter 2016, we had a real big job in the middle of a really cold, a real strong cold front came through, and they had the shop scheduled for a weekend where we had to change all of the furnaces, the heating units on the roof of the building. So we have a giant crane out there, and we're bringing these units up on the roof, where we're taking the old ones off and then bringing the new ones up. So, and it's like watching paint dry, watching a crane pick something up and move it over and set it down. We did that for 2 straight days, and you got to climb a ladder to get through a hatch, and you're not going to be climbing up and down that ladder all day long. So we were just toughing it out, staying outside, almost for the whole day. And I literally, it was a Saturday, Sunday, both days when I came home, I felt cold to my bones for like 3 hours after I got home, and it took me forever to warm up. And that's just, again,
there's something wrong with that.
That sucks. And I can handle the heat. We get high humidity here in Michigan. A lot of people in the South, they laugh, oh, you don't know heat. Yes, we do. Because the Great Lakes, we have a high amount of humidity.
Yeah.
So it is very, very humid.
And I lived in Florida for almost 4 years, and you know, I lived through from April through the end of October. I mean, that's hot, you know. But again, you know,
that Texas heat's different, though.
It is different, yeah.
We were in San Antonio in
Yes.
August back a
Yes.
couple years ago.
Yes.
And Carson went through basic training for the Air Force in San Antonio, and he absolutely hates it. He wouldn't want to be in Texas for
Listen,
anything.
when we went there to see him after his graduation, we walked for, I don't know, maybe what, half a mile? How long did we walk?
A lot longer than that.
Okay,
Further than
well,
that, probably about a mile and a half.
we probably walked about a mile and a half, and by
It
the
was
time
over
we
100
got
degrees.
there, it was over 100 degrees. By the time we got there, I was like, my shirt was like stuck to me. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go take a shower. This is so disgusting.
Yeah.
I do not sweat. I am not a sweaty person at all. But that heat like just completely absorbs all the liquid out of your body for sure.
I was really saying.
What? I lost a coworker. Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute.
Henry VIII. It's Henry VIII. It's a strip bar.
Yeah, that's right on Dix Road, right?
Yeah.
We live not
Wait,
far from
no,
that.
there's two of them.
Oh,
There's two of them. It's probably the one in Dearborn, Michigan Avenue.
Coming back because I ended up messing with one of the waitresses there. Yeah, that's not too far from us. We know
That's by where I work.
Yeah, we know that of which you speak.
I might have been there before as a younger man. Another time in my life.
I had a police department call me the next day to come and get him. Well, I mean, at least you went. No, that's a good friend.
Well, yeah, that's
And how do you know that club, Eddie? He wants to know.
The bachelor parties.
Yeah, bachelor parties. A lot of bachelor parties go there.
Yeah,
they have a place in Canada. I don't know if they have it anymore for the women. That's where all the women had their bachelorette parties. What was it called?
Danny's.
Danny's. Yes, Danny's in Canada. That's where
Windsor.
all the
we are a
women
30 minute ride from Windsor, Canada.
Yeah.
Windsor, Ontario. So when we were 19, our rite of passage here is you go into Canada and drink because you can drink legally at 19 in Canada. So
yeah.
we're really tight with our Canadian brothers and sisters. We used to be a lot tighter, and then after 9/11, you had to have a passport to go across the bridge. But prior to that, you just showed them your driver's license and went right across.
I went to Danny's with my mom, my aunt, my two sister-in-laws, and a bunch of girlfriends. I was like maybe 20, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but anyways,
that was the only time I
what the guys do here for bachelor parties, they rent the party buses and then they hit a circuit of strip bars. That's what they used to do back in the day, and I was in a bunch of weddings, so that was like one of those things. But anyways,
I think this is a good place to end it tonight.
No, we didn't even talk about our cruise yet.
Oh yeah, we did.
So anyways, we're gonna go on a dream in 4 days. Laura always thinks we're holding you guys up.
Yeah.
We're gonna go on a dream in 4 days, and we're flying to Galveston Friday. Speak of Texas, parlay to Texas. We're gonna roll right into Texas. We are going to stay in Texas City in the Spring Hill Suites, right next door to Buc-ees. So you walk through this field and Buc-ees is right there. So it'll be our first time going to Buc-ees, and we're really excited about that.
And we're taking $100.
Yeah, we'll probably take more than $100.
Josh said we need $100 to go into Buc-ees.
You need $100 going to Buc-ees.
We got our 100.
And
we're ready.
We are excited about that now. The funny story is, you guys didn't hear this before. When we went to Galveston last January, we were watching Jeffrey Pooler. And guys, go online and subscribe to Jeffrey Pooler's YouTube channel. He has 900 subscribers. He's nearly to 1,000. Super nice guy. He talks like,
I'm so excited, Catherine.
We're on the high seas. He's like really mellow.
I want a Buc-ees shirt too.
But anyways, he is very, very super mellow fellow guy. Very cool. He's a travel agent. He goes to Hawaii all the time.
Yes, he does.
I believe his daughter works or lives in Hawaii, and he goes and visits her. I believe. I can't remember. But anyways, he did this vlog, and he's like, we're staying at Spring Hill Suite. It's a super nice hotel, and it's very affordable, and it's right next door to Buc-ees. I'm going to show you Buc-ees. And we're watching. We're like, oh, time. We're going, when we go Galveston, we're going to go to Spring Hill Suites, so we can be right next door to Buc-ees, just like our buddy Jeffrey Pooler. And I tell him, thanks, Jeffrey, in the comments. Great vlog, all that. We get to Spring Hill Suites, and it wasn't affordable. It was $340 for the night. And we are not next door to Buc-ees. We're in Spring Hill Suites in Galveston. That's why it was $340 a night, because Texas City is much more affordable than Galveston is. So
Hey, together we travel. Thank you for joining us.
that's what happened. So we robbed ourselves out of going to Buc-ees and we almost took an Uber back to Texas City because we saw Buc-ees.
We did. We passed it.
But we also know in Texas there's like 35 Buc-ees.
Right.
So we thought it was feasible that there'd be one next to our hotel. But it was kind of funny because we couldn't tell what hotel was next to that one in Texas City, and our cab driver was doing like 90 miles an hour, so we just got to.
Hi, Yanni. Good to see you.
So that's what's going to be on in store for us. So Friday evening, we're going to go into Buc-ees.
I'm really excited. So I think Mike said you got to eat the brisket sandwich. Is it the brisket sandwich or the brisket burrito? Because everybody's telling like the breakfast burrito, you got to get the brisket breakfast burrito.
Yeah, I thought it was a wrap or a burrito.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, I hope they're good people, so we could party with them.
Well, what's funny is when we were on the Vista for 2 weeks, we did a back-to-back out of Texas, and it was so funny because everybody was so friendly, but like 95% of the people were from Texas.
Yes.
They were all Texans, and they were like,
yeah.
How are you all doing? You know,
we had a great time.
This guy looked at me and goes, "Huh, man, you talk funny." I'm like, yeah, do I? Yeah. We were making friends everywhere we went. It was really, really cool. We met this couple that lived in a very rural part of Texas.
Yes.
And they were so just super, super nice. And the guy said, I'm really happy that I got to talk to you guys, because I guess he thought obviously people from Detroit were going to be like, I don't know, not nice people or something. I don't know, but he was very, very surprised that we were so friendly and outgoing, and no matter where you live, we're all people, right? So it was a really cool experience meeting them. And his wife was she head of the nurses at that administrator over nurses at a hospital, and Laura recruits travel nurses, so it was kind of cool.
We are on that page, so we will get to meet them. I lived in Alabama for 4 years, and I lived in North Carolina for about 3 or 4 years, and I lived in Florida for about almost 4 years. So I've gotten a good taste of the Southeast, and I will tell you that the main difference between people from the South and people from the North is people in the South will tell you how it is, but they find a kinder way of saying it, like, well, bless your heart, instead of you're an idiot, like, well, bless your heart, and in Michigan, they'll just be like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
To me, that's the biggest difference. Like, they'll still say the same thing, but there's a kinder way that the Southern folk say things. And the Northern folk they don't have that kind of way, I guess.
We're a lot more faster pace.
Yeah.
We are way, way, way more fast. We talk faster, we move faster, we do everything faster. Everything's a rush. And that's the big thing I know. So that's why when we were in New York really it's a lot for it could be sensory overload for people that aren't never been around a big city, but we were able to just step right in the middle of it, and we're like, all right, yeah, cool. And I have a little video. I put it on our TikTok this week, where I'm walking down the street in New York. We're heading back to our hotel to get ready to take a taxi cab to the cruise port. And it is just pandemonium. Yeah. There's ambulances. There's people yelling and screaming.
What do they say, Brian? Brian said, guess what they say in Jersey? I want to know what they say. They probably say, you're a moron. Mango.
Tango.
Oh, tango.
That's that mango tango thing.
Catherine said that she was raised in Texas, but she technically lives in Oklahoma, but she can see the border from her house, so I say it doesn't count.
Texas is like so huge.
Can't say it here, you get flagged by YouTube. Well, I mean, we say that too, I'm sure.
Yeah. But Detroit, this area,
I can promise you that at least one day out of your 7-day or 5-day drive to work, you are in some kind of a verbal altercation with another driver.
Oh yeah.
It's mostly hand signals, and you know, it's you get really good at saying things to each other, like you know, Carson and I was driving Carson to work, and this lady was driving like an idiot. So I put my hands up, like, "What are you doing?" And then she was like, you know, making hand signals at me, and I'm hand signaling back at her, and we had a complete conversation, like telling each other off, you know, with hand signals, and that's what you do here in Michigan.
I don't do that.
Tell him, Carson,
because I'll end up getting arrested.
It's a whole. This one guy was arguing with my daughter in the car, and I think he was trying to call her overweight, and I was telling him that he's got a big nose. You see the hand signals? That's how you, like, he was saying that to her, and then I was the nose thing back at him, and that's how you drive here in Michigan. If you can't handle that, then don't drive.
I don't do that. I just say, that guy's an idiot. This guy's. I don't get into the. I don't do that with the other drivers.
Hand signals.
I don't do hand signals. I will get out of my car and put my hands on somebody. I don't do that. I got 2 speeds, and it's just complain or choke them.
Mike, well, that works too. Everybody here carries guns too.
You ain't got no. You ain't got that corner, buddy.
Yeah, we
use them here.
Yeah,
we shoot each other here. You guys carry them for looks. We need our own here.
We do. It's the same here, Catherine. Everybody's carrying here, but people here don't. We just don't care. Just honestly, it's just people don't care. So it's so funny. I'm really excited about the Dream this weekend. Yeah, so it's my birthday next week. What day is my birthday? The 13th, which is, I don't know what day of the week that is. But so.
Well, we board the ship on Saturday, which is the 8th.
So 9.
I think it's
10,
Wednesday.
11, 12, 13. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think it's Thursday. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, my birthday's next week, so we're going to.
Thursday, yeah. It's an 8-day cruise.
Yep.
It's the same one Josh and Amanda went on.
Yep. Same itinerary. Yep.
So. And we actually had an excursion that we were going to book through our group, and then our group had a meltdown. The person who was scheduling it was in Freeport. There's an all-inclusive there, and everybody said, well, it's sold out. And one of the ladies said, no, I talked to them, and they said that we can go, and she got a shuttle, a big shuttle bus, like buses for us, a big group to go, and we were all sending money to her to pay for our bus fare and all this stuff. Well, she came on a couple days ago and said, well, now the resort's telling me that I got to collect money from everybody, but I don't want to collect money, because what happened is everybody was sending her PayPal payment for the bus, but they were doing it as goods and services, so it was getting taxed or whatever. So she wasn't getting the full amount. Yeah. So she was losing like $3 on everyone that was booking, and there was a bunch of people booking, so she was losing like $90. She was having to go in her pocket and stuff. So I sent her a message yesterday and said, we're not going to do it, because it sounds like we'll take the bus there and a bunch of people are going to get turned away because it's sold out.
Yeah, so we just decided that we're not going to do that.
Called? Lighthouse?
It was called the Lighthouse. It was an all-inclusive thing. There's too many people going. So even if we do get in, we're not going to be able, it's going to be too crowded to enjoy it. So we're just going to do our own thing.
Yeah.
But Catherine, we're eating at the steakhouse. We got a reservation for the steakhouse on my birthday.
I think
that's our only specialty dining. We usually do like 2 or 3 specialty dinings, but there's so many nights that we haven't eaten in the MDR that we haven't had like the certain things on the menu. We're like, let's stick with the MDR this time.
Well, and the other thing too is we have multiple cruises. We're like working on doing different things. Like last night we were talking to, or night before last, we were talking to Brian and Julie about the breakaway, the Vlogger Extravaganza cruise. Our specialty dining options, because we want to we get 2 with our packages and we want to eat with them, so we're trying to coordinate booking restaurant reservations and getting all that done. And then we have oh my gosh, we got this cruise, then
the celebration
November, Oasis in December,
the Vlogger in January,
and then we got a break until May, and then we have 2 cruises in May and a cruise in June. And the first cruise in May is to Alaska. Then we come back, and then we go on a family reunion group cruise that Amanda is and Savannah are hosting.
Yep.
And then,
man, if you are not booked on that cruise, what is you waiting for?
yeah, you guys need to get on
What
that.
is going on with my hair?
And then we got the you got the fan on.
I know.
The How We Cruise group cruise.
That was really dramatic. I'm like, what is you waiting for?
Yeah, you're crazy. That's why I don't have all that hair, because it'll get in my way, slow me down. But then we're doing the How We Cruise group cruise in June, and you guys gotta make sure.
Good night, Eddie.
You should book that as well. See Brian, see Julie, and they'll get you taken care of on that. We're really excited. So we're going from never being on a group cruise to, here's a cool thing too. We're going to see Favor and Robert on the Dream, and then the Celebration. We've already made arrangements. We're going to hang out with Mark and Steffi from the Cruise World.
Yep.
Well, we're going to do Family Feud with them.
We're going to try to get on Family Feud.
Yeah, we're going to try to get on Family Feud with them.
So you got to practice your.
Yeah, we're going to be part of the Cruise World. We're excited about that. And we also, Cindy and Paul from High Seas, Cindy and Paul, we made dinner reservations with them at a Celebration. So we're going to do teppanyaki with them, teppanyaki and drinks. Pa has plans for us to do drinks throughout the entire cruise, and I'm all for that.
Catherine, please, you got to join us.
That's a pretty cool thing we have there with that. So we'll finally get to meet two of the channels that we've been watching since we started watching cruise vlogs, Life of Favor and High Seas Cindy and Paul. So that's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And then we're going to do Oasis with Taylor and Kyle, our daughter and son-in-law. And I'm sure I can about guarantee you there's going to be someone we know on that in addition to them. Probably someone else from the vlog community going on the Oasis at Sea. So now keep in mind, with us, we fly to every port. So we're booking these airfares, we're booking the hotels. We got all this stuff we got to do. Yeah, there you go. All this stuff we got to do. And then we're trying to book excursions, and we're doing the Wi-Fi, we're doing the drink package, we're doing all this stuff.
And Christmas coming up.
Yeah,
so it's a lot.
We got a lot. It's a budgeting,
So this cruise, we might just like hang out at the ports a little bit. I mean, we have Half Moon Cay, so we get a beach day out of it, but we might not. We're gonna try not to be overly extravagant on this one, because on Oasis of the Seas, we have an excursion booked at every single port for that one. And then on the Celebration, that's only a 6-day cruise, and it's going to take all 6 days to be able to vlog that ship.
That's about the ship. The Celebration, that's U.S. inaugural sailing.
Yeah, so it's going to be all about vlogging the ship. So we don't anticipate on doing much excursions.
Yeah, and plus it's going to everywhere we've already been.
Yeah.
Same thing with this one. Now we are going to get off at Key West, and I think we decided we're just going to do a Duval Street, like a pub run, where we'll go up and down Duval Street and hit the different bars and get lunch, and then head back to the ship. We love Key West. I think that'll be our 6th time at Key West.
I love Key West. This time we're going to DJ's Clam Shack.
Yeah, well,
I have it all planned out.
But we're going on foot, and we've rented golf carts there a couple times.
Yeah.
You're blurring us out.
I'm sorry, my hair won't stay out of my face.
But anyways, we are going to do that. We did golf carts 2 times.
Yep,
it was a lot of fun. And we did the trolley once. I recommend the trolley. If you've never been to Key West before, get on the trolley and do that trolley tour.
So one cool thing that they have on the tour, there's this what is that place where they keep Robert the Doll? What is that place called? There's a museum, okay? And
it's like an old it's like a military building.
Yeah, it's like a military, and they have a very famously haunted doll that's been like since the 19th century called Robert the Doll. Google it, you'll see what I'm talking about. And he is the most haunted doll supposedly in U.S. history. And every time somebody gets like smart mouth with him, like all these curse things happen to them, and there's all these stories that they tell you about it, blah blah blah.
That's true.
Now, whatever, okay.
Well, I know somebody that was smart aleck.
Yeah, if you let me get to that, I'll tell them. But I'm the kind of girl where, for the most part, I'm a rule follower. Okay, for the most part.
No, she is.
Yeah, I am. And I will not argue if somebody's telling me something. I don't poke the dog. Okay, don't poke the dog, right? So we're standing there, and they're like, you have to ask him.
Poke the bear.
Whatever.
Don't poke the dog either.
Don't poke. I'm more likely to see a dog than a bear, so
Okay.
poking the dog. So, they're like, don't take his picture without asking him permission. Okay, stupid rule. The house probably not even haunted, whatever. But I'm not gonna, you say this stuff happened. I don't need any bad luck, is what I'm saying. Okay. So we're standing there, and Eddie, this next to me, and his name is Robert the doll, so he's going, Roberto, like making fun of him right to his face. And I'm going, freaking stop, stop. And I was just like smacking him and hitting him and getting ready to knock him out. But
I took his picture without permission.
He took his picture without permission.
Roberto.
He called him Roberto.
Asked him how it was hanging. How they hanging, Roberto? I was having fun.
That was not fun.
Now listen, fun tip though. It's I think Key West is considered either the most haunted or second most haunted place.
No, Savannah's the most haunted.
Okay, so yeah. Key West is second most haunted. So we did the haunted Savannah tour.
That's where we saw Robert the doll.
Yeah, and we also did a tour like that in Savannah when we were in Savannah.
We saw Zero Ghosts on that one.
Yeah, we did. But it was a really cool show.
It was really fun though.
They scared the hell out of us, and at the end of it, it's pretty. Everybody walked away saying, "Yeah, that scared me pretty good."
It was pretty good.
It was pretty cool.
I had fun.
But we do now. Listen, Laura Jean here is a big believer in the paranormal stuff and the ghosts and all that.
I mean,
kind
I
of
wouldn't
stuff.
say a big believer, but I find it interesting.
Now, and she likes that. So we watch ID Discovery, that channel, and we watch all those ghost shows.
No, that's on the Travel Channel.
The Travel Channel, yeah. That's why I'm getting confused. ID Discovery is all the murder stuff. So we watch that, and then she does not like anything to do with Bigfoot. She's like, Bigfoot is that's not right. Now I get a kick out of the Bigfoot guys because they're funny. Now you got there's two different schools of Bigfoot. You got the Bigfoot guys that are the redneck guys. They're like, I think they look from like in West Virginia. They're out there. Oh man, they're wearing overalls and. Did you see that? Oh, I didn't big touch it. Grab me by the ankle. They're running around and in the dark. They got the infrared night camera on, and you don't see anything. And then they have other ones that they got like actual scientists that are looking for them. And I get a
thank you, Catherine. Yes. See, the issue I have with the Bigfoot stuff is I don't care at this day and age with all the fantastic cameras that we have on our phone. If Bigfoot was real, somebody would have gotten a clear, not fuzzy picture or video of him by now. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, and I agree with you, but I feel the same way about the ghosts and aliens.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I agree.
So we watch the alien stuff, we watch all that stuff. Now, when it comes to horror movies, we love horror movies, and we love October because her birthday's in October the 13th, right? So that's her birthday month, and we love watching horror movies. But I prefer like the slasher type movies, and she prefers like the ghosts and demons.
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't like blood and gore.
She likes the Conjuring stuff, and I'm more like a Halloween, Friday the 13th type of guy.
Hey, Mike, it was supposed to be EECC, but we just couldn't get our schedules lined up. So we'll
some of you guys weren't here when we did our open, and it was going to be EECC.
It was supposed to be, but we just couldn't get.
They were gone for like 3.5, 4 weeks cruising. They did the cruise around Europe for a couple weeks, and then they did an Alaska cruise where they actually took a train through the Rockies and all this stuff, and they just got back over the weekend, and we have not heard from them. So
see, Taylor, I was just going to bring this up. Taylor, our daughter, said that they just went and see that scary movie Smile, and she said it was really good and creepy, and I can't wait to see that. I would go see it this weekend, but we're going to be on the cruise, so I'll have to wait till we get back. So,
and we do love horror movies, so it's funny. But she'll sit through the slasher kind. When I say slasher, I like the ones that are they're really intense. It's like
psychological
thriller type stuff where you're not sure who the killer is, and like the first Scream movie when you're watching that, it's like you didn't guess for a minute that there was 2 killers, right? So stuff like that when it's done and it's creative and it's interesting. I don't like all the Friday the 13th, 18, and all the sequels. I think they're great. I like the first couple, and that's about it.
So Mike said that Tracy and that they stayed at a haunted hotel and something pulled the sheet right off his leg when he was sleeping. And when I woke up, I was still napping. Yeah, see, something like that happened to me when I was younger. Not quite like that, but I had an experience when I was younger, and that's what makes me curious and interested in it.
So we're gonna just touch back on the dream real quick. We're going to, like she said, we don't really have. We had one formal excursion, and then we canceled it because we don't want to waste our time and not be able to get in there. So, but we are going to do other things, and we're gonna vlog about it, and
Gotcha.
gonna be working on really trying to raise our game on our cruise vlogging game. Have a lot more content on this cruise than we did on the Magic. The Magic, we had Carson and Peyton with us, so it was a family cruise, and
we wanted to spend some time with the boys, so we vlogged some, but not as much as we could have. Carson is absolutely right. The Black Phone is a really, really good movie. So
yeah, it's really good.
It was really good. If you haven't seen that, I definitely. What is the name of the actor in that? I got his head in my mind.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, he plays the bad guy.
He was good in that. He was very, very good in that movie.
Yeah, really crazy.
Well, do you like sci-fi? I like sci-fi too. I really like war movies too, Josh. I like all kinds of movies, but especially this time of year, I love scary movies.
Yeah, we love movies in general.
Yeah.
That was the big thing we did when we first got together and we're dating. We went to the movies like every week.
All the time.
We go to dinner and a movie every week, and we just absolutely love it. And then when the pandemic hit, that's something else we miss. We miss going to the movies. We miss going on vacation. So we even go to movies while on vacation. That's how much we like movies. When we were in New York, we went to the movies 2 nights in a row.
We really did.
Yeah.
We went to the movies twice in New York because the theater was awesome. And there was good movies
massive
playing.
AMC theater. We had to go to one because we wanted to see what it was like, because you got this huge, like a skyscraper building, right? And the theater's inside there. It's like, we got to see what that's all about. How they get a theater in there. So, and it was like, I think the movie theaters were over like 4 floors or 5 floors.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we did that. Now you got to sell some body parts to be able to buy tickets to a movie in New York. But we went. What did we see? Oh, we saw a movie called Fall, and oh my goodness,
that was incredible.
That was a very tense, a thriller type movie.
Very intense movie.
And if you don't like heights, that movie will scare you.
I'm terrified of heights.
Not a horror movie. It's just a psychological
I'm afraid of
thriller.
heights, and I swear to God, like my palms were sweaty. I was so nervous.
And we didn't know nothing about it. We just said, hey, this movie Fall's playing, and we can go there right after dinner. And so we went watching. We loved it. It was awesome.
It was really good.
And then we saw a trailer for The Bullet Train with Brad Pitt. And then we all agreed that it'd be fun to watch that. So the next night, we decided we would have probably just turned in early, and we decided we're going to see The Bullet Train.
And we did, and a lot of people did not like that movie,
and we loved it. We loved it.
We thought it was great. We laughed.
We thought Brad Pitt was
time.
awesome in that movie. He was really, really funny.
But we don't. I can only think of one movie that I have seen in the last 7 years that I absolutely hated, and it was that one with Jack Black in it with the clocks.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what that movie was called. The clock. I don't know, but I hated that movie.
To see that.
Yeah.
He was
Other than that, I'm so
10.
easy to please. I do not.
We did see a really bad horror movie when we first got together. We saw some movie called The Gallows.
Oh yeah.
And it was absolutely horrible movie. Now, horror movies are funny because even the good ones get bad ratings, bad reviews. Like if you go to Internet Movie Database and you see a horror movie has like a 5.8 or 6.2, they're usually pretty good. That doesn't apply to other movies, but we like all movies. I watched The Notebook, guys. The Notebook. What else did I watch? I watched what's it called?
What? Where the Crawdads Sing?
Yeah, Where the Crawdads Sing.
That was an excellent movie.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah, I loved that movie. I did not read the book, but Catherine, it depends. There's times when we just want it to be we're really social, like out at the bars and like out at the events and wherever we're doing that night. We talk to everybody. But I don't know. I think for dinner, I think we just probably prefer to be just the two of us.
Well, the dinner is kind of funny because we were vloggers, so we take pictures and videos of the food and stuff, and that people don't want to be in those, right? So we haven't dealt with that yet, where we were sitting like close enough to somebody where they're going to be in the background of like what we're trying to do. And as a general rule, if I'm in a situation like that, I won't record. If I'm going to get someone in the background, it's going to be distracting to what I'm trying to do. And I don't want to be a distraction to them either, while they're trying to enjoy their quiet conversation. And I'm going, and next up we got braised beef. Yeah, delicious. And doing all that silly stuff.
Yeah.
And right next to him, like right on, how you doing? Right on top of them. So, but we are very, that was a great movie.
It was a great movie.
Product scene. But we generally we make friends everywhere on the ship, wherever we're at. What's funny now, we vlog it while we're eating a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh and Amanda were laughing because one of our vlogs from the last cruise, there was kids behind us, and they're like, getting in, hamming up in our camera, and our behind me. And it's funny, I didn't notice it when I was editing everything with my stupid.
I had my
phone. I'm like looking, and then when I looked at it on the laptop, I'm like, look at those knucklehead kids behind us. They weren't being disrespectful or anything, but they were really.
That was cute.
They were hamming it up.
That's fun.
And it was funny.
So I think it's a good place to end it.
We're
at an hour and 25 minutes. And we love hanging out.
I do want to touch base on the fact we are going to try to do some lives while we are gone.
We'll see how that goes.
So we're on a cruise, and it'll work because we did it when we were in Bermuda.
Yeah.
But we didn't warn anyone we were going to try doing that.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to do some lives. We're going to do a live at Sail Whale. We've never done one. There's no reason why we can't, other than there is one thing that could stop us, and it is could be cellular service.
Yeah.
It's the heat. With this iPhone Pro Max 13 and when it's really hot, it overheats when you're doing video.
So at the Sail Away, you might just get me going down, down, do your thing, do your thing, down, down, do your thing, do your thing.
But I won't do that to you guys. I'll cut her out.
You want. Tell me you want to see that.
Yeah, but we're gonna do a live. We've never done a live from the ship on embarkation day, and we're gonna do that. We always do a video vlog on embarkation day. When we get to our room, usually we'll go out on the balcony and we'll do a quick one, like, hey, how did it go this morning, and how everything went, and how quickly we got our room and all that kind of stuff. But we've never done a live. We're gonna do a live, and we will try to catch one like when we're in Key West. We'll do a live from Key West. Key West can be kind of fun because we could do multiple lives, maybe while we're going down the street. So we're pretty excited about that because the Wi-Fi is the cellular service is fine there. Our plan works out through the Bahamas, so there's no that we can use it at any port. So we're going to do that. And I just want to tell you guys, the cruise news obviously won't be doing that on Sunday as well because we won't be able to. It'll be a sea day. And but when we get back, we are going to be reaching out to some people to be our guests on the Tuesday, 2 weeks from today. So when we return. We have someone in mind.
We have the first person in mind, but if you would like to come on, we would love to have you.
Yeah.
So just send us a private message.
You can just private message through Facebook is the best way to reach us, and you can do that. Or you can email us, huddle.adventures@gmail.com, and all that stuff is in our bio here on YouTube. So
thank you guys so much for joining us and hanging out with us. This is fun.
But hey, Sundays at 6 p.m. will be our regular cruise news deals, so make sure you look for us, or if you don't catch it later, because I will always open with the latest news that's going on and then rehash on news stories throughout that happened during the week.
I don't know about singing, but he might grab the guitar and
no, I won't grab the guitar.
Do something.
No.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys being here, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.